Ciao
Here
Fabri.
we are, ciao Fra, how are you?
Ciao, all good, all good. We are in the middle of a busy weekend of soccer around Europe, so we will be covering many topics. I will start with a topic about Liverpool and the goalkeeper, Alisson. What's happening in the future for him?
Yeah, Liverpool are now playing Tottenham, and obviously it's a big game. It's half time now. Liverpool are winning. We know this might impact, and probably in any case will impact the future of Tottenham manager Igor Tudor. Let's wait for the end of the game. But on Tottenham, we will talk in a minute because Tottenham job is going to be one of the big topics, I think, for the next 24, 36 hours. So this is going to be a big talking point. But talking about Liverpool, for Alisson, the news from the last 24 hours is that Liverpool have triggered the option to extend the contract of Alisson, the Brazilian goalkeeper, for one more season. So till June 2027. This was never in doubt, as I always told you, but formally Liverpool have triggered the clause to extend Alisson contract. He's on a big salary, and this is also a topic. So they are extending the contract for one more season, but at the moment there is no conversation over longer contract. So let's see what's going to happen in the next months in terms of planning for the future. I also told you after the links we had between Alisson and Italian clubs in the recent days from the Italian press, especially about Inter, Juventus, both these clubs are looking for a goalkeeper. Alisson already did fantastic in Italy at Roma before being a Liverpool legend, I would say, one of the best goalkeepers in Liverpool history. But now the understanding is that Alisson would be happy to stay at Liverpool for one more season, till June 2027. Then it's going to be on the club to decide, but I think after taking the option is obviously a strong message sent to the player and also to the clubs interested.
Speaking about managers and Manchester United in this case, another incredible, exciting weekend for Michael Carrick and Manchester United, of course. And the fans were really demanding another year of contract for Casemiro also during the game. So, what do you say about both the manager, but also potentially if the midfielder can stay more at the club or he's leaving anyways at the end of the season?
Yeah, many United fans are asking about this because Casemiro is doing fantastic. This is the best scoring season for him in England with 7 goals, so the best one since he joined Manchester United a few years ago. So Casemiro is doing great defending, running, but also when it's time to score goals. Today at Old Trafford, there was this song going around from Manchester United fans, one more year, Casemiro, they want him to stay because Champions League spot is now close for Manchester United, and the perspective to have a leader like Casemiro, an experienced player who knows Champions League football so well, is obviously attracting for the fans. But Casemiro already decided in January that he's going to leave Manchester United. That was official statement, so it was not just a rumor or a verbal agreement. Casemiro already decided to move on. At the moment, what I can tell you and what I can answer the Man United fans is that no one from the club has told Casemiro, please stay with us for one more season. Let's see what's going to happen from now to the end of the season. Maybe, these kind of situations could happen at the very end of the season when you are maybe sure about the project you're going to do and continue in terms of manager, in terms of Champions League football and all the rest. But at the moment, still nothing changed between Casemiro and United, apart from the fact that Casemiro is being a fantastic professional, is helping, the relationship with the fans is great. So let's see what's going to happen.
Talking about the manager, but also the project and another midfielder, there are always many questions about the future of Bruno Fernandes. We know in the past there were a lot of interest coming from Saudi Arabia, for example. Is that something that you can expect in the summer as well?
Yeah, just quickly just to close on Casemiro, as I saw some questions also about that.
Yes.
Casemiro has not agreed anything with any other club, so that's an important point. Casemiro at the moment remains a potential free
Yes.
agent, and so still nothing signed or agreed with another club. That's an important point in terms of decisions. And then for Bruno Fernandes, today again making history for Manchester United, 16 assists in a single Premier League season. It's a record for Man United in the history of the club, breaking David Beckham's record. So Bruno is showing once again total commitment and fantastic performances. So Man United absolutely want Bruno to continue at the club next season, especially if they will be in Champions League, to have the captain to be a crucial player for Manchester United. Also in European elite football would be crucial, obviously, for United to have Bruno. let's see what's going to happen with the Saudis, in the sense that I keep repeating, they will be back. They will be back at the table. They are interested in Bruno Fernandes. They see Bruno as a top target. But Bruno, in the last 3 years, always said, no, I want to stay at United. Obviously, if they will qualify to Champions League, that's going to be, I think, a very good point for Manchester United to try to continue with Bruno also for the future.
Going back to Tottenham, Fabri, and speaking about the manager situation, I'm sure we will talk more in the coming days. Also looking at what's happening during the game against Liverpool, about the manager in the coming weeks, but also talking about the future for the summer. Is Roberto De Zerbi becoming one of the strongest candidates for the job?
Look, what I can tell you on Tottenham job and on Roberto De Zerbi is that, let's be clear, between the past and the future. The past is that in the last 3, 4, 5 weeks, even 6, Tottenham have considered, since they fired Thomas Frank, have considered Roberto De Zerbi and Mauricio Pochettino as the two main targets to become the future head coach of Tottenham Hotspur. So the idea was to go for one of these two. Roberto De Zerbi has always been considered the ideal candidate, also because Pochettino is going to be busy, obviously, with the US men's national team, at least at the end, till the end of the World Cup. So it's not easy in this moment to plan with Pochettino being already busy with his job with the US men's national team. At the same time, with Roberto De Zerbi is different, because De Zerbi is free. De Zerbi could eventually be an option already immediately, but what I can tell you is that De Zerbi was a top target for Tottenham, but at the moment Roberto De Zerbi is still not keen on taking a job now in the middle of the season. That's something that Roberto De Zerbi at this stage, from what I'm told, doesn't want to do. So let's see what's going to happen next, maybe in the summer. I'm sure there is going to be plenty of interest. Don't forget that De Zerbi was also a target for Man United in summer 2024. Ineos considered and met with Roberto De Zerbi, also other managers like Thomas Tuchel, and then decided to continue with Erik ten Hag. But for sure, Roberto De Zerbi is going to be a big name, but I think for the summer rather than for now, because at the moment De Zerbi is not keen on taking any job.
So if you don't have other things to add, I will conclude today's live here on YouTube talking about, there was a breaking news today, the Finalissima won't go ahead. We know what's going on in the Middle East, so we won't have the game between Spain and Argentina. Is it true there were some rumors that Messi didn't want to be and play in Qatar? Is that true, or you denied that kind of?
I received many questions on this, and so I wanted to clarify on this one, because today, obviously, La Finalissima being cancelled, it's a shame, because obviously we all wanted to see this big game between Argentina, Spain, in Qatar. That was not possible. But what I can guarantee is that these rumors are completely fake. It's not true that Leo Messi didn't want to play. All the big players involved in La Finalissima were more than excited to take part to this trophy, to give the opportunity, to have the opportunity to win a trophy, because it's actually not just a big game, but it's an official trophy now. And so to add one more official trophy, imagine also for a player like Leo Messi, who is not that young anymore, to have the opportunity to add one more title to his fantastic career would have been obviously a big opportunity, and then in a single game. So Spain as well, they wanted to play, they wanted to find a solution. The players wanted to find a solution, but then between the federations there were problems, there were big issues. They were not able to agree on a different venue after the discussions around Qatar, and so this is why La Finalissima will not happen.
Thank you, Fabri, for that. I don't know if you have other things to add. Otherwise, let's speak in the next days.
Yeah, we will be back here. I see many questions on Rodri, on Nico Pass, on Kes Smith. We will have plenty of topics, so don't worry, guys. Also many questions on Liverpool, Diomande, Real Madrid. In the next days, I will tell you more, but for sure, we're going to be busy here on the channel. Thank you everyone, and see you soon. Ciao.